And we're back for another edition of making my favorite, my current favorite media, my favorite horror video game genre. I have a slight pain in my left side. Starting off strong. Oh my god, okay. So now I want to talk about the next project, or rather the next print I'm about to be doing, and that is to make a crossover between Green Yuri and the Chill Out Art games. First of all, Chill Out Art, amazing game series. Check them out. They have such nice themes. It's such a nice atmosphere with being very scary still and having different mechanics and stories. Very different, very broad in terms of stories. And I love their focus on horror games that also portray the struggles of women and how they might get stalked or like not being supported when they are under actual threats. Also, Chill Out Art are really often portraying, at least they have like free games where you have to actually work in some kind of shop. And I feel like since in the Green Yuri, Mitsuki and her uncle have to take care of their own record shop, I wanted to try and put a record shop into this Chilla's art atmosphere and at the same time add spiritual horror with both of the girlies from the Green Yuri. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that today. So I was thinking I'm gonna use the same warm-up page because I don't feel like wasting another one. Wait, I'm gonna use the color appropriate pen. Is that even green? Kind of. So this is our page, right? So I definitely want some sort of long scene here. So this would be the vinyl shop scene, and I've picked up a reference where you have the vinyl boxes like that a bit. So we're working with perspective again, basically. Oh, fun. Like I want to keep up this vibe of having like the spirit actually be behind them, but kind of, in this case, I guess it would be best if it was kind of hidden. And here I was maybe thinking of a double triangle situation because I haven't worked with that shape a lot and I would like to see how I can work with that. And I guess this leaves a big old square. I don't really want to put hardcore bloodshed horror. I might do that with another media. But I want to put something that's still scary, but I feel like, you know, they would, in the end, they would like tend to the spirit. They would be kind to it. And yeah, I really want to have something with long hair though. Like that's definitely something that I want to implement because I feel like it's really in this line of horror horror characters that they have presented, so that's something I want to explore with, and maybe kind of have like the hair interact in between the frames. That would be pretty cool with some sort of oval face and really big hair. That could be fun, like something with just hair on the side but it's very long. This looks like something, this looks like, whoa. Wait, that is the right word, huh? Okay. This looks like something I could actually like work up in some angles and stuff. I've been meaning to use those sort of, I don't know what to call them, to be honest, because they're not foil, they're not leather, but they're sort of like sort of lino texture for some fucking reason. It's just, it scrapes pretty good. Listen to this. But you know, it's not, it's kind of thick, and it's like a full leather almost. And I was thinking of like framing one of the squares that I want to draw in, because I feel like I have a square that takes a lot of space. So I was thinking of, you know, cutting this up and just have this, so this be bigger and the white paper over it, because I think I can draw on that still, like it's perfectly fine to draw in. And it has those sort of little textures that I really love, that kind of looks like marble or just a mixed paper kind of feel, which is really cute. And this one that is really record sharp, really green, really Green Yuri. I want this long rectangle. I'll try and do that. That's kind of nice. Alright. So I'll use my tape gun. My tape gun? What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with me? My tape roller. Don't know why I got gun in the name. That's concerning. So now as for the other ones, I don't know if I want to go... Oh. Doesn't have. Again. Choose a color. No, just kidding. I used to hate people who come up at me in the playground and be like, okay, so choose a number, and I would be like, oh god, I don't want to answer any of these. So I was feeling of doing something kind of like that, just like inserting it under. God, I'm shaking. Because I love how it uses up the space. I feel like I'm scrapbooking. I've never scrapped book in my life. Fuck, that's not straight. God damn it. Well, neither is Yuri, so I'll make this one. Oh my god, my shaky hands. The cable! Stay there, please. Oh my god. Alright. This is a bit trippy when I look at here, but I like it. It's been a while since I've done something like that, so I'll count it as a win. Or just there. Oh, there could be nice. And just like slipping it underneath. So I'll just need one corner of this. This is pretty neat. It looks like I'm making a Christmas card. When it's supposed to be like kind of autumn and Halloween theme. Nice. So now craft time is over and actual drawing time is needed. Oh, this one is not straight at all. Or is it this one? This is bugging me, but I need to power through it because it's now stuck on there forever, so I don't have much of a say in it. Let's do this. So, every time I try and do those lines to do things properly, I end up with the wobbliest, shittiest lines you've ever seen and not even accurate. Okay, so the actual middle of the page would be right here. Just to keep that in mind. Those, honestly, I bought them kind of like as a joke because I have a Rui one as well. Not really as a joke because I love the characters. But I was like, I hope they're not bad quality. Because there weren't any brands on them. I got them for 550 yen. Pretty good. I guess there was the Movic brand here. I didn't see that because it was tagged up, but they're honestly good. So if you like Project Sekai and you happen to run into the erasers, they're pretty good. Honestly, I've been using, as you can see, I've been using the Anna one a lot more than the Rui one. Well, I guess Rui is kind of like for stationery, and this is more for drawing. And I've been using it a lot, as you can see. And honestly, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Here we go. So I definitely want to keep in mind that I need to have the characters here. I guess I'll stop at the waist for the characters. I'm just really quickly doing some kind of outline for the body. I kind of wanted to have like some, I guess the protagonists in Chillas art, we never really see them a lot, but they're often in either uniforms. I guess I should have like they should have some sort of. I guess I'll draw them in their uniforms because they do have uniforms in the manga, so I'll use that. I need my super thin eraser. God damn it. There we go. Eraser check. The ones I use currently. And the ones from the... I cannot pronounce this, but really good museum in Amsterdam. It's amazing. And my real one fell off. Like, no, Reed didn't fall off, but the eraser did. Sometimes the mono erasers are really good, and sometimes they suck. Like, this one is very good, and sometimes this one I feel like it's making matters worse. Okay. It's alright. I love you, thin eraser. I mean, I have to give them the Nirvana... Oops. Vinyl. Okay, so now on to drawing more shells. So here we are. I drew the scene. I'm just gonna fix the floor a bit. And then I'll go and we also need to fix the fact that the top of the door can't be seen. Otherwise that would be a very small door. And yeah, so I have just the floor to fix a bit, and then it'll be good to go on and just draw the monster a bit more. And yeah. I'll add a bit more detail to this cabinet. I think I'll put some more vinyls. And same for here. There we go. Okay, so now back to a more normal angle. Whoop. Okay. So I'm gonna try and reproduce the goofy face for the ghost. I'll try. I'm kind of like into making it kind of frog-like in a way. So when I left the recording at home, I didn't have any of those drawings here. I had like other drawings I did that I didn't like very much, so I decided to erase everything and just do it again, and I did it outside, so you might have seen clips of that just before. This is a nail patch that doesn't need to be here. And I am still thinking that this page is kind of lacking something, so I was thinking that maybe I could just add just one last little illustration to this. So my idea was to take the sketchbook away for the moment. Here we go. And just go through my box of little papers that I have. I mean, everything that's like not really, it's more of like notepads and some sketchbooks that are smaller than regular sketchbooks, or just smaller pieces of paper that can be add-ons or just notepads. And I have plenty that I love, some that were lovingly gifted to me by my friend Dose. Ooh, those ones could be good. Okay, I'm just like, I have no plans for that. I'm just like picking out the ones that I think would look cool. Sistars are a big thing, sorry, to the She Wasn't a Guy manga. Also, I have some, I don't know why I have batteries in here. Don't mind that. I might have one last piece of paper that I might want to include. Where did I put them is the question. So I was thinking that I could either use this space here that's kind of empty, or even cover up the chairs and cash register that I did, because even though they are nice, I feel like it's alright if it's covered up. And I could even just slide a piece. Well, it's kind of tightly glued on here, so I might not have the option to slide anything besides maybe under the green paper, but yeah. And since I'm kind of going for a comic feel to this page, I would love to shape this into a speech bubble and kind of slide it out to make it more of like a thing that pops up. I feel that would add so much without me actually having to add a ton of new drawings to feel like it's a bit more filled, and have an actual illustrations of the characters. And I feel like I need to implement a tiny bit of the Chillas Heart game feel. So yeah, I'm gonna try and just do that in the speech bubble and try to implement those as best as I can. Also, didn't think about this, but I have art supplies. I'm very tempted to use them now. I got this stamp at Daiso with this tartan print. Is it tartan in English? I might have to double check that, because that's what I call it personally. But oh god, I really want to try this out on this paper now. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I have a green ink pad that I could be using this with, or like something that's gray or like fitting to the theme, and I'm gonna add this. Okay, thankfully I have some ink pads that could work. It's a very light gray and a black one, and I'm tempted to finally try this out because I've been so excited, because I've recently discovered that I have a newfound passion for stamping, something that didn't occur to me ever since, I guess, preschool. Last time I used stamps was probably preschool, but I got some stamps that were so cute, like this one and Miffy ones, and now I'm like, I need to use this in my sketchbook. I'm super shaky, and proof that very highly caffeinated or I guess energizing stuff is not good for me. That's why I stay off of energy drinks. I just had one matcha, and like this line is very wobbly, and the fact that I cut it like very not straight is because I'm shaking so much. No way. This looks so good. I love that the gray ink and the black ink kind of mix together. So here I was just trying to do a couple of test stamps, but if they end up looking good, I might just use them right away and just cut them on and just add them to this little extra corner of decorations. God, best purchase at Daiso of 2025. Okay, let's try and do this one straightly. Yay! Oh, this one looks very good. So now, so I have the pieces of paper that I want. I have this that I put in the corner, and I'll add a little bit of just an extra illustration in here. And I have my page of tartan fabric print. This is the stamp. That was not what I wanted to show. Oh god, I'm very tired. This little speech bubble that has like that pickup. Oh my god, my cat's hair is everywhere. It's not possible to get rid of. Well, she will be in this illustration forever now. So I have this little speech bubble, and okay, I'm just gonna cut those up. Okay, I found two references that I would like to implement. It might be hard. It might be very hard, but those videos are all about challenging myself and trying something other than just drawing a headshot of a character, so I'll try. So since in the Chillas art games, there's often a dream sequence where the character is facing the creature or the real life person that has been showing signs of aggression or stalking them throughout the first part of the game. And it's not in every game, but you're often given some sort of weapon, and also sometimes you have a light, a camera, or a phone. So my goal here is to implement Mitsuki with a weapon here, and Aya with a digicam in there. So I might have to go over this, so I'm going to use stronger inks to just be able to see it very well, even though I am going to ink this digitally. And here I'm going to try to fit a big pose into such a small frame, which is why it's quite challenging, but I'm willing to do it anyways. So let's see what's going to come up. What the actual fuck just happened? So I was recording, right? And as you saw, like in the last few seconds, everything became crunchy, or as if I shot like what I was drawing with a camera from like a webcam, even from like 20 years ago. I don't know what just happened. I just had to restart OBS. OBS has been acting kind of strange lately. I don't know why. Like I keep having problems closing the software and now this. But now that we're good, I mean like the filter on the video kind of fits the theme, so I mean, let's roll with that. Um Wait, where was I? So yeah, I need to switch up the angle again. Whoop. Okay, here we go. So I did the sketch. As you can see, I gave Aya a baggy pant, and I kind of want to have the trend with like the boxer brief, like kind of showing up at the top. And I put her in a tank top because I feel like that would, like baggy sleeves would not work well with space in this drawing and the fact that she's carrying a sword. So yeah, I don't know. Chilazar didn't have a lot of long swords as a defense, but I kind of wanted to give Mitsuki a big sword. I don't know. That's just what I wanted to do. So I went in and just you couldn't see that because it was all pixelated, but I sharpened my pencil at like very thinly, and I'm gonna try and draw the face and the hair and just yeah sketch it up. Okay, so here we go. We have Mitsuki holding a sword. I kind of made it into an Attack on Titan sword, so I might go ahead and refix that. But I was kind of struggling with the mouth and like the chin and stuff, but I managed to make it work kind of. So yeah, I'm just gonna fix the sword, and I'll just maybe add like one of those on here because I feel like that could be very cute. Yeah, I like that. And I'll maybe try and add a tiny bit of ink to this because I feel like it needs a bit more accentuation on some parts just for like funsies and make it look good in the sketchbook. And then I'll try and just I feel like I'll draw also like the Aya one, and then I'll glue them both at the same time just to have a better feel for the space when I glue them when they actually have the character on it. So here we have Aya with the camoscope. So it might be a bit weird as to how she's holding it, but I was trying to go for something that kind of looked like the Coolpix Sony, or was it another brand that did the Coolpix? But you know, like this square camoscope camera thing that kind of looks like a Rubik's cube, because like you just have to twist it up to just have the lens of the camera be up and running. So I kind of went for that, but then I kind of wanted to add the uh, video recorder flap screen on the side, but I guess she would have to hold it like that kind of awkwardly, um, and not directly looking at the screen, but more of looking at the lens thingy directly. Um, and I added little pieces of hair reminiscent of the monster that's in this page. And I gave her a cute little outfit as well, since I gave Mitsuki a different outfit as well for this pose, because in the rest of the page, if I'm not mistaken, they're both in their school uniforms. So here I just like went a bit rogue and just drew another outfit. Like for the Mitsuki one, I'm gonna ink this real quick. When I say ink, is just add a little bit of depth with a black ink pencil, and then I'll finally glue everything together. I mean, there would be good. Yeah, this would be good. It would cover up most of the... Well, I could just... Yeah, I could do this like that. That could be cool, because like the part of the hair that I drew here would kind of like cascade down, and it kind of matches perfectly here. And like cover up the extra square here where nothing kind of was happening. It was just like more hair and like a limb of the monster. When I cover it up like that, I feel like it's more of a scene, and also I don't want to cover up too much of this because I do like this paper and its effect. But okay, I think I'm gonna go for that. I just need to cut a bit. I'm just gonna mark where I should cut a bit more of this. I'm still shaking as much as I was some time ago. Okay. So there we have both of those added. Well, I think that about does it. I'm tempted to add... Oh, I guess I am tempted to add one more thing. Because I really like the look of this little cat on this page. I feel like that would add a little cuteness. There we go. Oh, I like him just standing in there. Okay, so let's do the final reveal. Okay, so we're done for the second spooky crossover with the She Wasn't a Guy manga and Chillas art game. So to walk you through the last bits of the page, I wanted to put them in the record shop, trying to like looking for some vinyls together, and then this little fella, this little monster would, not, it would not be seen, but I would be like, hey, what was that noise? And then this thing would just be lurking in the background with the hair everywhere. So here in the back, I tried to put something that was reminiscent of the Muse record, a Daft Punk record, and I forgot what reference I wanted to include in there, but yeah, we have a bunch of DVDs, CDs, DVDs, vinyls, more vinyls, vinyl player, and then what I would think is the cashier, and then like a table. That I don't know if those two things are canon, like this either actually, but I tried to take inspiration from the Joe's record shop and trying to like add it to the scene as best as I could. Here we have the Aya drawing with the sword to make a callback as to sometimes how Chillas art games protagonists have a weapon at some point in the game. Here we have a little comic scene with Haya being like in the stealth phase, because often those games also have a stealth episode that you have to go through at some point. So Aya is like hiding from the hair monster, and she tried to call Mitsuki right before that, but now she can't talk because she's so scared of being seen. This would be kind of tied to that, where Aya has another encounter with the monster from the record shop, but outside, and like she read somewhere on the blog that to chase off this monster you had to watch it through a digicam or some sort, or a video camcorder thing. So she would be surprised to see the monster like hanging from the ceiling or hanging from somewhere up above, and she would have to see it for the camera. Then we have like a little scene that I partially hidden because it's very chibi and doesn't add much to it, but at the end I'd like to imagine that Mitsuki kind of befriends the monster, and Aya accepts it, but still is like, why the hell why the hell would we accept that? But the monster is kind of nice at the end, like they managed to appease it. I don't know in which Chillas game they had this sort of ending where the monster was appeased, and they didn't really befriend the main character, but it had kind of like a nice ending where both of them didn't get hurt. I forgot if there's even a game where it happens, but there's one that's kind of like this vibe. So yeah, little chibi here. Then this scene would be when they get sort of captured or trapped, but it's in the dream sequence, because Chillas art game love to have dream sequence where you cannot escape your fate, or you get caught in this dream sequence. So this would be it. So I wanted to add quite a bit of importance to it, because Chillas art games like love throwing that in there, and it's kind of like expected when you play a Chillas art game to go through that. So yeah, we have Aya being trapped in like all of the hair strands, and she would have a hard time trying to gauge like what is her own hair from the monsters. And here Mitsuki would just be like trapped and just very worried, since she has shorter hair. Like she wouldn't be as confused, but she would just be very worried as to where Aya is. Yeah, that's about it for this second spooky crossover. Same as the first one, I'm going to try to ink those later and trying to print them out and see if I can like have them on a nice cardstock, seeing how well the digital inking process goes. But thank you so much for having followed this other episode, and see you very soon for hopefully a next one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys very soon. Bye bye.